Here's a demonstration on how I can use my Nearpod account in order to deliver instruction to students. I can create a slideshow for them and send it directly to all of their devices, or I can control the pace, or they can go at their own pace through the slides. Let's go on out and see, because I could take one of the PowerPoints or Google Slideshows I've made in the past and upload that, or I can save some time and go and see what other people, other educators who have been so kind enough to share with us. So you'll notice I just did a search for Civil War, and if I go into the settings in advanced search, and I tell Google that instead of any format, I'm interested in PowerPoints, I'm going to go ahead and see if there are one or two of these that might be of interest to me. So important battles of the Civil War. So you'll see is that's downloading for me now. I'll go ahead and open it and see if it's something that I want to borrow from, adapt, or use. So if I've got a group of students who are interested in the battles of the Civil War, I could take a look at this one and say, this one might be of interest to me. The Taylor County Schools created it, and I can go ahead and credit them for that, and I can edit, delete one of these slides, add new slides to it that are more specific to my context, if that makes sense. So again, I'm looking for other PowerPoints that have been created that I might be able to use. So the causes of the Civil War. And it's taken a few minutes to, but you get where that goes, right? So that I can find resources that are responsive to the needs of groups pretty quickly without having to take a huge amount of time to make them on my own. So to deliver the series of slides that I've borrowed, I'm going to go ahead to Nearpod, sign in with my account, and I can create. Now what it's going to ask me to do is say, would I like to start a new lesson? And I can just go ahead and add a new slide like that if I'm interested, and add content this way. But since I've already got a whole slideshow that I'm ready to go ahead and upload, I could upload the files this way. So I could go ahead and find what I've just saved on my desktop, and you'll notice I can go and these multiple other ways to be able to get the resources up in here. To save us time in terms of the upload, I'm just going to go ahead and show you one that I've already done, where I've again borrowed from somebody. This is the causes of the Civil War. I'll go ahead and edit this one so you can see what that looks like. So I borrowed somebody else's PowerPoint and uploaded that here. And I could just go right ahead if I wanted to and deliver that to the students. Again, I would send directly to them via Nearpod these series of slides, and I could slowly control what they got to see on their screen as I moved through, or I could let them do that at their own pace. Here's the kicker, and what's so powerful about Nearpod is I'm going to go ahead and add some content to this. And I'm interested in adding an activity. And one of those activities might be a quiz, or a poll, or an open-ended kind of constructed response for students, or even a draw it. So I might do something like go to this draw site, drag a map of the battles of the Civil War, and ask them to be able to circle with their drawing pen 2 or 3 of the most important ones. Just one quick example. Or like I said, I could add a quiz right here, a series of multiple choice questions, letting them know what the correct answer happens to be so that they can get feedback right there if they want to. And once I've added the quiz, I can go ahead and drag that into the different parts of the program here. So what I'm doing is that I'm embellishing these series of content slides and asking the students to be active and engaged with that. It gives me a chance to see where they happen to be along the process of this content and what they're taking away from it. So it's a quick formative check-in. Again, once I'm ready to go ahead and share this with students, let me just go back again to one of my other ones that's already been saved. We can create that as a live lesson, or I can go ahead and do that as student paced. And so this gives the chance for students to be able to pace through, obviously at their own need and desire. They can go back through each one of those slides, or I could assign this for homework. So that's the way Nearpod works. And go ahead and search Google for different types of formats to be able to find something at the ready to be responsive to your students.